What the fuck is this horse shit? Prime account beta. Your account has been upgraded to Prime status. Once there are enough Prime accounts, we will begin Prime account matchmaking, and we'll start prioritizing matching Prime status players with each other. There's nothing else you need to do except convince your friends to upgrade to Prime status so we get enough players to start testing.
Sell out. Okay, so we got all this UI mumbo jumbo. No one really cares about that. Maps Tulip, who cares about that? Mirage Vandalism. I'm down for that. Move Nuke to the active duty map group. Moved Inferno to the reserve map group. Okay. Now, why would Valve do this? Operation Wildfire updated a wildfire mission. Yoink! For the bonus condition to
Yoink!
Santorini instead of Nuke.
This is Mirage, and in the patch notes it says they added vandalism, so we're gonna show you what that is real quick. Where'd you go? And it's over here. Are you ready for the grand unveiling? Wow, do you want to do a quick explanation as to what this graffiti is?
The team now going back to Old Faithful, and Cold might be in trouble.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on him. He's got to hit these shots. We saw Fall in this spot before, the same spot, but with much more utility to work with. Here he comes once again. The first base is a Dren. He's going to hit the ground there as Cold. Oh, what? A jumping double from Cold! What is going on right now? How does he do this? Cold is saving Luminosity with the all play. Unthinkable scenes there on the B apartments. They needed a huge play, but that was something I'm never going to see ever again.
And then Team Liquid choked.
What are these still doing in the game? So pretty much this shitty-ass map that tanks my frame rate is now in the active duty pool. So what do you think went into the mindset of taking off Inferno and adding in this revamp of Nuke?
Okay, I don't really know who really works at Valve. All I know is there's one employee, and he's the owner of the company, and his name is Gaben, and he's very overweight. So I'm thinking it had something to do with blood loss being cut to his brain, and then, you know, seeing LG lose to Tai Lu on Inferno, and he's like, wow, that map is shit, we should take that out of the game. And then the All-Star game was great, so they put Nuke in. And that is all.
So personally, what do you think could have possibly been wrong with Inferno?
Well, Inferno is a map that very much revolves around fruit. There's a big part on the map called Banana, and Gaben, being the fat ass that he is, obviously is not a fan of fruit. So I'm assuming that took away points from that map right from the get-go. And then with new Nuke coming out, and, you know, Valve always trying to make that extra paper, you feel me? They figured if the next major we're dropping Nuke souvenir cases, we're going to make that mad bank.
Okay, so on a more serious note, do you think that there's personally anything wrong with Inferno?
I really like playing Inferno. I used to be really bad at it personally, but I'm a low rank, so I'm bad anyway. But as I started learning it more and playing it more often, I think it's a great map. It's like, it sets up for really fun rotations. Like, if you put like two guys on B and then one of them goes down, I think like rotating to B is one of the most like heart racing things that you could do in this game. It's like a really fun map for rotates. It's like exciting when you have to rotate to a site.
In my perspective, personally, the only thing that could even be like somewhat of a problem with it is that like it's a little bit CT sided. Like generally more rounds are won on the CT side on that map. Yeah, like all these maps, like they're not really that bad. I guess Inferno could be maybe like after like old Nuke, and not counting Train because that was recently revamped. Inferno could be like probably the second most CT sided map, maybe like it tied a little bit with Cash there. But apart from that, I don't see why they would take it out. And I really hope that they don't revamp it, or if they do, at least make it like not like Nuke where they pretty much change like a lot of things. Rather, like if they just give it a new look or whatever, and like maybe open up some new areas, like say the building right in front of car onto B site. I don't know. I think that would be interesting, but that's probably a really bad idea.
You know, Overpass and Cobblestone have been revamped so much, like since they've been added to the game, and Inferno. I remember we were watching the Source match on Twitch, and Inferno and Source and 1.6 was like a completely different map. So, like every map in Counter-Strike sees its fair share of changes, and usually, pretty much all of them I thought were for the better. I haven't been playing that long, so I didn't really get to play like original Inferno, and I think I played a little bit of the original Overpass, but honestly, I think Nuke was one of the worst changed maps ever, and I don't think there was anything wrong with Inferno. And personally, I don't see why they can't just have an 8-map competitive pool. It gets kind of boring watching the same maps over and over again, and taking one away and adding another one is just like, it's a good temporary fix, but then it's just going to get boring to watch the new map soon. So, I don't know. I started to really... Inferno has had a soft spot in my heart lately, so this hurts. This really hurts really bad.
I was thinking in the sense of how on Cobblestone and Overpass, those are two maps that have obviously been changed a lot, probably like the most out of any maps since the release of Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, I mean. And both of those maps, since like they initially came out, have seen an alternate way to get into B-Site, because B-Site, pretty much on every other map, has only one entrance to get into. Like, think about, like, Inferno, for instance, or Dust 2, aside from, like, going mid on Dust 2. So, I can see them maybe opening an alternate way, like, maybe even from Banana, how to get into B. But aside from that, I can't really think of much of what they do. I think one of the more interesting parts of when they revamp a map is when all the pros have to learn all the new smoke lineups for it.
Side note, what kind of fucking map that they add into the competitive pool has such a fucking bitch-ass spot like this one? Why would this be in the game? Valve, please fix. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the first of many discussion videos to come in the future. Leave a like if you enjoyed and you want more discussion videos. See you later.